that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market is still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
This is reckless spending. It's social re-engineering. It's going to cause taxes to go up on everyone, all Americans. It's going to cost more at the gas pump, more at the grocery store. Inflation is going to continue to rise. This is not good for the American people.
Boy, it's not good for the American people. Welcome, Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. Yeah, I had a laugh today. Listening to Jamie Dimon. This guy makes so much money, it's incredible. He doesn't know what to do with it. He makes so much money. And he tries to tell the folks who are living paycheck to paycheck what's going on out there. So he sits back and he says, oh, don't worry about this inflation. It's temporary. Everything's going to be just fine. It's temporary. You know, it's interesting. They said the same thing, okay? But in 2011, what they did, they said, well, inflation is temporary, not to worry about it. But if you go back in 2011 and look at the numbers in 2011, we were doing far less monetization of debt, far less printing of money to support the banks. Now, back then in 2011, we weren't doing the amount of welfare checks and all that we're doing today. But back in 2011, they said back then, no, it wasn't transitory back then. But they're saying it's transitory today. Inflation back in 2011, they're saying wasn't temporary, but they're saying it's temporary today. But we do far more today than we did back then in way of printing money. So how could that be? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. We're printing far more money. It's just like when he's saying, well, things are going to be just fine. The consumer right now, if he can't buy, he goes to the supermarket or somewhere and he's looking for something, it's not on the shelf, he'll just buy something else. But they're doing a lot of spending. They're really in good shape. What? I go to the grocery store and say, I talk to people. People are hurting. People are hurting. And they're talking about, okay, they're gonna start raising rates. They're gonna taper. Not gonna print as much money. That's what tapering means, and that means rates will go up. Well, that's not going to happen either. But before I get into all that, though, I want to get to first this New Deal. Everybody looks at FDR's New Deal. Here's what I don't get. You got AOC, you got Sanders, Schumer, okay, they're all saying that their deal, okay, the better deal or whatever they call it, okay, is terrific. It's gonna work. And I say, well, wait a minute, the New Deal didn't work. FDR's New Deal didn't work. It failed. So why would your Build Back Better deal work? See, that's what I don't get. Didn't they study FDR's bill? Didn't they see where the New Deal failed? It failed to stop the Great Depression. The New Deal, it failed to stop the Great Depression. Are you kidding? It didn't work. And after 8 years of all this free stuff like we're doing now, after 8 years, the Treasury Secretary came right out and said, no, we're spending more money than ever, and we got even more unemployment now. It doesn't work. So you got to wonder, wait a minute, now I'm not saying some good stuff didn't come out of the New Deal. Social Security came out of the New Deal, Glass-Steagall Act came out of the New Deal, but as far as helping the folks, are you kidding me? The New Deal was a total failure because what we got out of the New Deal was tremendous inflation. And where did that come from? Budget deficits. Where did that come from? Well, during the New Deal, they're printing all this money like they're doing now to do all these things. They're printing all this money. And right now, I just sit there and go, wait a minute. If you look at the New Deal, if Schumer sat down and looked at the New Deal, doesn't he see the damage? When you have big budget deficits under the New Deal and the FDR New Deal, doesn't he see the damage that caused America? I mean, you just wonder, what are they thinking? Inflation, remember, followed that failure of the New Deal. And the inflation was brutal. People suffered. And the Secretary of State, Henry Morgenthau, at the time, he admitted it. He came out and said, the monetary policy of print and spend stimulus doesn't work. He says, what does is investment. Print and take that money you print, instead of giving people free stuff and doing free stuff, print that money and invest it into jobs, into new small businesses, into productivity, increase wages, increase jobs. That's what you need. So even the Secretary of State said under FDR, and if he was alive today, he'd be saying to Biden and Schumer and AOC, look, guys, we tried the same thing. It's not working. Why do you think you're going to be so lucky it's going to work for you? What you're going to end up with is the poor folks are going to be suffering with huge prices. All that reckless spending is going to end up with, when you go to the supermarket, meat's going to be up 40%. Coca-Cola is going to be up 30%. But you got to wonder, when the Secretary of State under FDR came out and said, we have tried spending money. We are spending more money than we have ever spent before, and it does not work. And I have just no interest in continuing with this. Somebody else can take my job. I want to see this country prosperous. And it only would prosper if we take the money and we put it into production, into jobs. This is his own Secretary of State saying we need to provide people with jobs. Not with free stuff, not with free hearing aids, not with free college. See, the problem is we have people right now, we saw it last week. Do you know they can't taper because we have too many people still going on unemployment. Last week, we're supposed to have 500,000 jobs. We only had 195,000 jobs because a lot of people are sitting back saying, why am I going to go back to work? I don't have to pay for college. I got all these other programs. I'm going to have child care. I'm going to get, for each one of my kids, $300, even $400 every week for my kids. I'm going to get these checks. I'm going to be making more money than I do go to work. I mean, think what they're doing with child care is crazy. It's crazy. And then they're going to be giving all this, dentistry and, all this. It's just not working. But the point is doesn't somebody look at this stuff and say, wait a minute, if we keep giving people all this free stuff and they're not coming to work, how are we going to get jobs up to 500,000 instead of the 195? It's not working. Can't somebody look at this? Something's wrong here. But let's make money on it.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day?
That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026. Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. you immediately get an alert. It says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night. You don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grande. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
It shot up and has returned to Earth, back down to about where I bought it. What's your outlook for Doximity?
Doximity it's such a great company. I think you hold Doximity for the long run. That's how you make money.
Okay, we're going to take a look at Doximity. We're going to do it in a little bit, okay? And some of the other stocks that he told us to buy. Kramer. See how we're doing. If you listen to him, let's see how you're doing. But if you listen to me, I think you're going to see you've been doing a lot better. So we'll compare in a moment. But I got to tell you, it's frustrating. We have a Senate Banking Committee. What the hell do they do? Senate Banking Committee. It's the most powerful committee in Washington because it's responsible for keeping our economy, our nation, and especially our middle class, which is the backbone of our nation, because it's the middle class that drives small startup businesses. Once you lose your middle class, it is over. Look at Cuba, look at Argentina, look at Iran, look at Turkey. It's over. That's where we are going with AOC and the rest of them. This is terrible. So their job, remember what their job is? To monitor our nation's and our consumers' assets, whether it's 401ks, whatever it is. And they're supposed to monitor, more important, our nation's budget deficits to make sure they're not spending more than they're taking in revenue, because that equals inflation, and inflation is a killer.
70% of Americans or more that are saying, I feel the impact of inflation on my monthly bills, whether that's their groceries, their electric, their utilities, their gas, across the board. People are feeling it.
Right, but they're saying the people who are loving AOC and that whole crew say, yeah, but they're going to give me everything free. Everything's going to be free. Everything's going to be free. No, nothing's free, because, see, when they're going to provide you child care, where you're going to get $300 for each one of your kids, that's not free. You're going to pay for that at the grocery store. There's no such thing as free in this country. There's no such thing. It shows up in food. Look what's going on today. They came out with the numbers today for inflation on food. Terrible. But going back to who can control this? The Senate Banking Committee. But they don't. They're supposed to monitor all this. And they're supposed to monitor your assets. It's really important to make sure your assets are doing well. They're supposed to make sure that we have a sound system a monetary system that's sound. That's their job. Because they know the biggest threat to our entire economy is inflation. And inflation comes from them paying $125 million for fencing along the Mexican-U.S. border and just leave it there, not do anything with it. Keep paying $3 million a day not to finish the wall. This is what's terrible. Their job is to make sure that doesn't happen, but they don't. So the Senate Banking Committee, if they only did their job, our gas prices would be down, food prices would be down, but nobody's monitoring anything. They want inflation. They want inflation because, see, they love spending. The government loves spending, and they need that inflation to pay down the debt from all their spending. I've explained this a million times. They want inflation because if they owe $1 million, if we have inflation and we owe China $1 million and our value of our dollar goes down 20%, the bill comes, they only have to pay them $800 billion instead of $1 million. See, they want inflation. They also want inflation because the 1 percentile, the top 1%, who makes all the money in this country, they have assets that are pushed up by inflation, whether it's diamonds or different kind of artwork, whatever. They want inflation. So it's a shame. And inflation is worse than any war, worse than terrorism, worse than any pandemic. It's terrible. Worse than the environment, but nobody cares. Nobody cares. They're doing all this to get votes. That's why. AOC and Sanders, they're not stupid people. All they got to do is go back and say, okay, let me check out how FDR did with his deal. Because what they did is they plagiarized his deal. They plagiarized it. Now remember, consider this. FDR was a pretty smart guy. He was one of the top 3 presidents this nation ever had. Biden is one of the worst, the dumbest presidents we ever had. Now, he was so smart, FDR, and one of the 3 best, but yet he still went forward with it because he believed in socialism. That's what he believed. So this Build Back Better is stupid. It's just totally stupid. Why do they think they're going to be lucky and do better than the FDR New Deal? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So what do? Well, we got the Senate. They're not going to protect us with the Banking Committee. No committee in Washington is going to help us. They say they do, but they're not going to. They all help themselves because they want to see the stock market go up because of inside trading. You know, it's just like the other thing. I don't understand, with all these free checks and all this welfare, none of that money should come from the state. None of that money should come from the federal government. I'll tell you where that money should come. And I'm going to tell you how we're going to make some money when I get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Graney, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativegroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. So I want you to listen to this.
You're going to see that people are getting hit in their pocketbook. This is a real tax on the American consumer.
The reconciliation process was actually designed for budgetary purposes, which is a tool they could use. Rather than do that, though, they want to move a different direction and again just push us up to the precipice of crisis after crisis after crisis. Whether the number is 5 trillion, 3 trillion, or 2 trillion that they come up with, that's only the beginning of this. Because what they're talking about doing is broadening social programs to an extent that they'll never be cut back.
These supply chain problems are just going to interfere with any potential recovery and growth. We think this lasts till at least the second half of next year.
That's right. Going to hurt our growth. You know, when you hear all that, the reason why I played that, that's the truth right there. But nobody's going to listen to that. They're going to listen to what AOC has to say. They're going to listen to Biden. Anything that's free, they're going to listen to that. Even though they know that's crap and garbage, they're going to go to the free stuff. Just like when Jamie Dimon came out today. He lied. He said, oh, don't worry about inflation. It's temporary. Well, wait a minute. That's not true, because in 2011, as I told you at the beginning of the show, based on the amount of Treasury bonds being purchased in 2011, and on the amount of monetization of corporate debt, bank debt, government debt, they said, boy, this is not transitory. This is serious. This is not transitory. Imagine that. Now, in 2021, today, we're doing 5 times that amount of Treasury bonds being purchased to keep interest rates near zero. That's right. But today they're saying it's temporary. So that's a lie. Energy. When our energy in 2020, oil, went from $32 up to $80 today, a year later, up 150%. You think that is temporary? How about gasoline from $2.12 a year ago? It's up 50.5% today. That's transitory? They're all lying to you. This is eating into every dollar you have. It's unbelievable. This is crazy. So, what do? Well, you got to protect yourself. You got to make money. And we help our members every day to do that. We don't listen to Jamie Dimon. We don't listen to these dopes on the fake Business News Network who all lie to you. They're not telling you the truth. Because remember, the government's not telling you the truth. The people on fake Business News Network not telling you the truth because they have their own agenda. The politicians, their agenda is to take care of the party. So the way they can get their votes and take care of the party, the Democrats, is to give free stuff away at the expense of you and your wife going to work. You work hard. You got a full-time job, a part-time job. See, they don't care. You shouldn't have to have a full-time job and a part-time job. You should have good jobs with good benefits. That's right. You should have that. And you should have a pension where you're guaranteed at the end of your 30 years when you retire that you'll have adequate money every month during your retirement, where now you won't. They screwed you with the 401k. So the bottom line is they're doing everything, this whole bill they're doing right now, all this stimulus they're doing, all this money printing, all these programs is not for you. They don't do it to make you better, to put you in a better position. It's to put the Democratic Party in a better position. It's the same thing with Republicans. Republicans don't do anything for you. You Republicans, they don't do anything for you. It's to put the Republicans in a better party, in a better position. So what do? You can't be a Republican. You can't be a Democrat. Be independent. Do your own thinking. That's what we do every day in the stock market. You got to do the same thing. You can't listen to this garbage here from Cramer. Listen.
It shot up and has returned to Earth, back down to about where I bought it. What's your outlook for Doximity?
Doximity it's such a great company. I think you hold Doximity for the long run. That's how you make money.
Doximity. If I put every cut up, he says the same thing. Everything's a great company, and he knows the CEO of every company. Maybe I can get my producer to put up a couple of them. We'll do that tomorrow. Every company's a great company. So I'm going to put this company up for you here. If you got a mobile device, take a look at it. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Now, if you were with me and a gang member, you would have a buy signal. You would have bought this on July 9th, 2021, and you would have bought it at about $48. You would have gotten out of the stock when it peaked, got out of its sweet spot. You had got out of the stock around $103. That's 115% gain. Now, I'm not saying every gang member made 115%. Every gang member who follows the stock, if it's one of their 5 stocks, would have. Maybe some gang members made 20%. Maybe some made 10, 15%. It doesn't matter. What matters is they identify an opportunity that the stock was priced well. It turned green, telling us plenty of money was coming in. And now here's the key. It turned yellow, and then it turned red. And when it turned red, we sold it short. We sold it short from a high of around $89 and down to a low right now around $70. That's a 21% gain going the other way. So think about it. How many stocks do you need to make a beautiful return on your investment? The key is you made money. What did we say the return was? On the upside, 115% on the upside. So let's say on the upside, let's take all the gang members and put them together and average them. Let's say on the upside, they made 30% return. But here's the key. They made money on the way down. See, once you can get that, once you're in a position that any stock you buy, you're going to make money on the way up, and that same stock, when it turns around, goes down, you're going to make money on the way down. You become part of the 80% of the 20% who make money consistently. What a difference when you do that. See, that's where you got to go, because all this political crap that's going on, everybody's lying to you, and you get a guy like Kramer who tells you to buy a stock like this, DLC, you'd be losing your butt. He's telling you to get in and stay in. He's telling these people to stay in this stock. It's a good stock. No, it's not. The big institutions are pulling their money out. This guy's losing his money. He should have said, no, this stock right now is in a good position to make money as it goes down. Make money in this stock as it goes down. That's what he should tell. That's what we tell our gang members. On this stock, what a terrific stock. Give you another one. He told people to buy DKNG the other day. DKNG. I couldn't believe it. He's telling them to buy it when the stock is red, and it's telling you money is coming out and the stock is going down, and it's still going down, and whoever bought it, listen to him, losing money. Another stock he gave people. Remember this one? He gave this one here. It was NI. NI. He gave NI another stock. Same thing. He told them to buy when every signal on it was to sell it, get out of it. Same thing with LRCX. He told them to buy. It's going down instead. But if you knew how to make money with a stock going down, you don't care what's going on in the economy or what these people are telling you. You're free to make money the right way.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about
With
it.
the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. So, here's the point. When you're sitting there listening to these people on Fake Business News Network and they're telling you about this plan that Biden has, just remember it's the same plan that FDR had. Sure, we like all that stuff. But stop believing that all that stuff is free, that they're going to tax the rich and the rich are going to pay for all of it. No, because if you take all the rich anyone who makes $1 million or more, and you confiscate all their money, put them in a room, confiscate all their money, it would not even pay half of the $5 trillion. So it's a big bold-faced lie. It's a lie. If you're listening to these people and they're telling you when to buy a stock, you know, they're only telling you to buy. They never tell you to sell a stock short. And if you go look at Cramer's stocks, every stock he has given in the last month, the ones that we picked up on this show, losing money. You should be short, not long. Look, you can't believe a thing our government is telling us. You can't believe a thing when they're telling you that these programs are going to be fine, they're going to be great, and there's no taxes on them, and don't worry, if you make less than $400,000, you're going to be fine. That's all a lie. Somebody's got to pay for it. So here's the key. When everybody is sitting there worried about this program, this Biden program, same as an FDR program, Build Better. It doesn't do anything better for you. You don't get better out of it. But here's where you do get better. If you bought DDOG with our gang, and when on our color-coded charts, you get free for 10 days. If you bought DDOG when it gave us the buy signal, it's still green today. And you'd be up in DDOG something like a 25-30% return. But I'm not saying every gang member got 25-30%. They all get in different times. But one thing they have in common, they feel good about it because they know when to get out. So whether you got in earlier than me or I got earlier than you, it doesn't matter because you're catching the trend. Somebody makes 10% while the other member makes 30%. It doesn't matter. It's when he gets out. That's what you need to know. When do I get out of that? And you're going to know exactly when to get out because every day our portfolio, every day we post it, and Steve was the head of our education department, post it, and he tells you what to do with every stock in our portfolio.
XLK, keep this one short as well. Light shares that stop at 157.35.
Does anybody do that for you? Does anybody guide you? No, they don't. Look, the inflation is killing every dollar in your wallet. It's killing you. You're in a 401k, you have no guarantee that you're going to have enough money when you retire. Most people don't know this. 30% of your nest egg is gone. You don't know that. It's called skimming. Skimming. 27 hidden fees. They skimmed. By the time you're ready to retire, you lost 30%. 30%. If you sit there and you're listening to both sides, Republicans and Democrats, discussing the stimulus program, you'll go nuts. You go nuts. So don't pay attention to it. Here's what you got to pay attention to. If you bought Ford with us the other day, we had a nice big buy signal on Ford. But we're going to know when to get out of it. So we don't care what the Republicans, we don't care what the Democrats are saying about this program, this $5 trillion or $3.2 trillion. It doesn't matter. Because, see, on Ford, when it turned green in May, and our members bought it at $12, and it went from $12 up to a peak of around about $17. That's about a 22%, 42% gain. So if you got 10% of it, if you got 5% of it, some got it all. Now, who gets it all? The person who understands the concept. You stay with your same 5 or 6 stocks all year long. Make sure they're the best in the Dow 30 or pick out the best in the S&P 100 because that's where the money is. And if you stay with those same stocks, you're going to get the maximum out on the way up. And here's the other thing. Now it turned red on June 24th. It was at $16. It went from $16 red all the way down all the way down to $12. 25% return. So you're making money on the way up and you're making money on the way down. When you can do that, you don't care what they're saying. The Republicans are saying about Biden's $3.2 trillion bill. You don't care what Biden's saying about it. You don't care what the Republicans say about it. You don't care what anybody's saying about it. It doesn't matter. Turn the TV off. If you got your 5 or 6 stocks and Ford was one of your stocks, look at the money you'd be making. Now they're back into Ford again. That's all you got to do. It's just, this is the one place you can make money, get rid of all this noise, all this garbage, and I can tell you with confidence, this market is going to crash. If anyone thinks it's not, you're out of your mind. This market's going to crash. And I'm going to tell you with confidence that our members, when this market does crash, or even a big correction, they're going to be making money on the way down. And I can tell you with confidence, my members say, I don't really care if they're lying to us on CNBC or Fox Business. I don't care if they're lying to us, the Republicans or the Democrats, as to this program, the $3.2 trillion welfare program. All you got to do is pick out 5, 6 good stocks, either Dow 30 or 5, 6 good stocks out of the S&P 100. Stay with those same 5, 6 stocks and stay with the color-coded chart that tells you when to buy and when to sell. What a difference. The best thing in the world. But you got to get yourself in a position where you say, I don't care about this crap. I don't care if the market's going to go up. I don't care if the market's going to go down. Because it doesn't matter to me. Because all I know is when Ford had a sell signal went from green to red on June 24th, and it was at $15 or $16, and then she dropped down to from $16 down to $12. That's a 25% gain, and it told you when to get out. And then it tells you when to get in. See, that's all you care about. When do I get in? When do I get out? If you're going to get tied up with all this garbage that you're listening to every day, you're just never going to retire with money. You just can't. And you're going to make money with your 401k. You can't retire with a 401k because every time it happens, just as you think you're going to retire, the market crashes. Nobody gets out of their 401k before a crash. They never do. Talking earlier about what gets me is all this free stuff, welfare. I think welfare should be taken away from the federal government. I think welfare should be taken away from the states, from the counties, should go right back to the city. And if you are going to say that you're hurt or you can't work or whatever your excuse is, you got to go to the city or to the town you're in, and that's where you get your check, and they can tell whether or not you're lying. You don't fall through the cracks. And you got to tie to that welfare. I'll put you on, but for 2 years only. That's the max. And that during that 2 years, you got to show me that you're doing some work, that you got some part-time job or something. You got to be tied to working. When you take and give people money and they're not tied to work, they just sit home and watch the TV and eating Twinkies. What are you, nuts? If you're going to give assistance to people, that assistance got to be tied to work somehow. And it's got to be tied to a date it's over. And if they're not working and they're getting those checks and they don't work, no more check. The only way you can do that is bring that welfare check back to the city where they live. Then you can track them. In the meantime, we can't fix any of that. So why don't we just make money? And the only difference between making money and not making money is, do you know when to get out? That's it. That's it. And can you make money when the market's going down? When you know when to get out, and when you know how to make money when the market or your stock's going down, what a difference it makes. 10 days free. Check it out. philsgang.com. When you make money, please help St. Jude.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me to